There's a certain strength a woman must possess when she walks alone. It is not the absence of people that defines her, but the power within herself to stand tall when no one else does. In the journey of life, a woman often finds herself walking paths others may not understand, and in some cases this walk is taken in solitude. Yet solitude does not equal weakness, and loneliness does not define her worth. A woman with no friends has a unique opportunity for self-discovery, growth, and empowerment that many will never experience. You see, the truth is friendships come and go, but your purpose remains. People will disappoint you, betray you, or leave you behind. But no one can take away the fire that burns within you, the resilience, the inner strength, the drive to succeed no matter the circumstances. To walk through life without the support of a crowd may feel isolating, but it can also be one of the most empowering experiences. It's in these moments when you are truly alone that you find the woman you were always meant to be. You discover the depth of your soul, the clarity of your purpose, and the power of your own voice. So to the woman with no friends, do not see this as a loss. Instead, see it as an opportunity. Embrace your solitude. Use this time to heal, to grow, and to become the woman who stands firmly on her own. Remember, you were never meant to be like everyone else. Your greatness is not dependent on the validation of others. Your strength is found in the quiet moments of reflection and personal development. So stand tall, for you are not alone. You have yourself, and in that, you have everything you need. Solitude is often misunderstood. Society teaches us that we must surround ourselves with people to feel complete, that our worth is measured by the number of friends or connections we have. But true strength is found in solitude. It is in the quiet moments when there are no distractions that we truly come face to face with who we are. When we are alone, we are free from the judgments and expectations of others. We are able to hear the voice within us, the voice that tells us who we truly are, what we are meant to do, and where we are supposed to go. Solitude does not make you weak, it refines you. It is during these moments of isolation that you develop the discipline to trust yourself, to rely on your own judgment, and to build the resilience that no one else can give you. When you walk alone, you begin to realize that you don't need the validation of others to know your worth. You find your identity not in the approval of the crowd, but in the peace and clarity that solitude brings. In a world that constantly demands our attention, solitude is a treasure. It is an opportunity to heal from past wounds, to reflect on our purpose, and to prepare ourselves for what lies ahead. Many times we are so caught up in trying to please others or fit into societal molds that we lose touch with the person we are meant to become. Solitude strips away the distractions and forces us to confront the raw truth of who we are and what we need to work on. It is in this space that we can rebuild, redefine, and grow. Being alone does not mean being isolated in a way that diminishes you. Rather, it is a powerful, intentional space that allows you to draw closer to your own purpose and potential. It is a time for self-discovery and personal growth that no external force can provide. Only when you embrace solitude can you truly understand the depth of your own strength. Strength is not something that comes from external sources, it comes from within. The world often leads us to believe that our strength is contingent upon the people around us, on the support we receive, or the approval we gain. But true strength is not defined by those external factors. It is the unwavering power that lies deep within us, ready to emerge when we need it most. The strength within is independent, unshakable, and rooted in the foundation of who we are. When you look inside yourself, you begin to realize that everything you need to succeed, to stand firm, and to overcome any obstacle is already there. This internal strength is built over time through experiences, trials, and triumphs. It is strengthened through moments of challenge where you find yourself alone yet empowered by the knowledge that you can face whatever comes your way. It is in these times of solitude or adversity that your inner strength is revealed, not by relying on others, but by standing firm in your own identity. External factors may influence or impact your confidence, but they do not define your ability to endure or persevere. The opinions of others may come and go, but the strength that lies within you is constant, unshaken by the ever-changing world around you. When you begin to draw from your own well of strength, you find that you are not dependent on anyone else to feel whole, capable, or worthy. Your worth is not given by anyone. It is inherent in who you are. True strength comes when you learn to trust yourself, when you stand confidently in your own power without needing validation from others. It is knowing that you have the resilience to face the challenges of life, regardless of whether or not someone is by your side. This internal power is your foundation, and it grows stronger with each experience, each trial, each victory. It is an unspoken force that fuels you, reminding you that you are capable, you are enough, and you can handle anything that comes your way. Friendships, relationships, and connections are part of the ebb and flow of life. People come into our lives for various reasons, and just as easily they may leave. Yet the temporary nature of these relationships should not dictate our sense of self-worth. We cannot build our identity on the fleeting presence of others. For when they leave, so too will our sense of value if we do not understand where our true worth lies. The reality is that people may disappoint us. They may betray our trust, walk away when we need them most, or fail to meet the expectations we have set. This is not a reflection of our worth, but a reflection of the impermanence of human connection. Relationships are not always meant to last forever. They serve their purpose for a season, and once that purpose is fulfilled, it is time to move forward. The danger lies in depending too much on others for our sense of identity and fulfillment. When we place all our hopes on people who are temporary, we risk losing ourselves when they are no longer around. However, the departure of others is not a loss but an opportunity. It is in these moments of separation that we must look inward and ask ourselves, who am I without them? We are not the sum of the people who walk in and out of our lives. We are individuals complete and whole in our own right, with our own purpose and destiny. The absence of people can reveal the strength we never knew we had. And in their departure, we are given the chance to rediscover who we are meant to be. True fulfillment comes not from the presence of others, but from the knowledge that we are enough on our own. The world may tell us that we need others to define us, to validate us, to make us whole. But the truth is that our worth is not defined by the people around us. It is defined by who we are in the quiet moments, in our solitude, when we stand strong in our own identity and purpose. In the end, relationships, whether they endure or fade, are meant to teach us something about ourselves. They challenge us, help us grow, and often push us toward a greater understanding of who we are. But when they come to an end, we must remember that our value was never tied to them. Our strength, our worth, and our destiny are ours alone to claim. And when we fully grasp that truth, we free ourselves from the dependency on others for our happiness, peace, or validation. We stand solid in the knowledge that we are whole, complete, and enough with or without anyone by our side. To embrace your independence is to embrace your power. The world often teaches us that we must rely on others, that our success and happiness are dependent on the support and approval of those around us. But the truth is, independence is not about isolation. It is about standing firm in your own identity, making choices from your own heart, and trusting in your own capabilities to navigate through life. When you embrace your independence, you stop waiting for someone else to define you or to give you permission to be who you are. You recognize that you are the creator of your own story, that the direction of your life is in your hands, not anyone else's. Independence is not about rejecting relationships or denying the value of others in your life, but about understanding that your life is not dependent on their presence or validation. You are whole, capable, and complete on your own, and when you come to that realization, you tap into a power that cannot be taken from you. The journey of independence is a journey of self-discovery. It is the process of learning who you are when you are not influenced by the opinions, expectations, or desires of others. It is in those moments of solitude that you uncover the strength within you to stand on your own 2 feet, to trust yourself, and to make decisions that align with your true purpose. In those moments, you begin to realize that you don't need anyone to tell you who you are or what you are capable of. You discover the power of self-reliance. True independence is not a rejection of connection or community, but rather an understanding that you are never less than whole. You are not defined by what others think of you, by what others offer, or by what others choose to take away. Your worth, your strength, and your ability to succeed come from the inside, from a deep understanding that you are enough, just as you are. When you embrace independence, you stop seeking external validation. You stop looking for others to affirm your dreams, your worth, or your path. Instead, you learn to validate yourself. You become your own source of encouragement, your own voice of reason, and your own anchor. In this space, you will find that you are capable of creating your own destiny, making your own decisions, and navigating the challenges of life without needing someone else to pave the way for you. The power of independence is not just about being alone, it's about standing in your own strength, making choices that align with your values and vision, and trusting that you have everything within you to succeed. You realize that no one has the authority to limit you or to define what you can achieve. You are the master of your own fate. And it is through this understanding that you step into the fullness of your potential. When you fully embrace your independence, you unlock the door to a life of freedom, strength, and purpose, one that is entirely yours to create. Self-reliance is a powerful tool, for it is within the space of relying on yourself that you discover just how much you are truly capable of. The world often places value on the need for others, telling us that we must depend on people, circumstances, or external forces to fulfill our needs and desires. But the truth is, your ability to stand on your own, to trust yourself and your instincts, is the foundation of true empowerment. When you learn to rely on yourself, you tap into an inner strength that cannot be diminished by anyone or anything. The process of self-reliance begins with the recognition that you are enough. You are not lacking, and you do not need to wait for someone else to give you permission to pursue your dreams or achieve your goals. The ability to rely on yourself is a declaration that you trust in your own skills, wisdom, and judgment. You stop looking for others to fix your problems, and instead you develop the ability to solve them on your own. You begin to understand that everything you need is already inside of you. It just requires belief, focus, and action to unlock it. When you rely on yourself, you learn to navigate through life's challenges with confidence. The road may be difficult, and there may be moments when the journey feels overwhelming, but when you trust yourself, you develop the resilience needed to keep moving forward. You understand that setbacks are not failures, but stepping stones to greater growth. You no longer view obstacles as reasons to quit, but as opportunities to strengthen your resolve, to dig deeper into your own potential. Self-reliance also means embracing responsibility for your life. You no longer place blame on others for your circumstances. You take full ownership of your actions, your decisions, and your path. You become aware that your life is a direct result of the choices you make, and that gives you the power to change your course at any time. There is a sense of freedom in this because it means that you are not at the mercy of others. Your future is in your hands, and that is an incredibly empowering realization. This ability to rely on yourself nurtures a deep sense of confidence. You stop waiting for validation or approval from the outside world because you know who you are and what you are capable of. You trust your instincts, your abilities, and your potential. And when you trust yourself, you naturally begin to attract the opportunities, people, and circumstances that align with your true purpose. Self-reliance is not about rejecting others or isolating yourself. It is about knowing that you can stand on your own even when no one else is there. It is about the belief that you have the strength to face any challenge, the wisdom to make wise decisions, and the courage to move forward with confidence. The more you develop this self-reliance, the more you realize that your success, your peace, and your fulfillment come from within, and that you hold the power to create the life you desire. Ultimately, self-reliance is about owning your life. It's about standing in your power and knowing that you have everything within you to succeed. It's about making decisions that reflect your true values, trusting your journey, and embracing the understanding that you are the architect of your own destiny. Reflection is not simply an act, it is a transformative process that shapes and molds the individual. It is in those quiet moments when we pause and turn inward that we truly begin to understand ourselves. The noise of the world, the demands of others, the pressure of daily life can often cloud our vision, leaving us disconnected from who we really are. But reflection allows us to clear away the distractions and reconnect with our core. It is in this space of stillness that the seeds of personal growth are sown. To reflect is to look deeply within and examine not just what has happened in our lives, but why it has happened and what we have learned from it. Life is constantly presenting us with experiences, both good and bad, that carry lessons. These lessons are not always obvious, and they are often hidden beneath the surface. Reflection gives us the ability to uncover those lessons, to see beyond the surface and into the heart of the experience. It allows us to take responsibility for our actions, to understand how our choices have shaped our lives, and to recognize the areas in which we need to grow. Reflection is the space in which we confront our truths. It is where we face the parts of ourselves we may not want to acknowledge, the fears, the weaknesses, the insecurities. It is easy to get caught up in the stories we tell ourselves, to believe that we are defined by our failures or by the mistakes of our past. But reflection enables us to reframe those stories, to see ourselves not as victims of our circumstances, but as the authors of our own journey. It helps us understand that our past does not define us. Rather, it is the lessons we extract from it that shape who we are becoming. In the process of reflection, we also begin to gain clarity about our purpose. Life is filled with distractions that can lead us off course, and without moments of quiet introspection, we can easily lose sight of the direction we are meant to take. Reflection offers us the opportunity to recalibrate, to reconnect with our true mission and realign our actions with our deepest values. It gives us the wisdom to understand when we are on the right path and when we need to make adjustments. It brings perspective and insight that cannot be found in the busyness of everyday life. Through reflection, we also cultivate self-awareness, which is a crucial part of personal growth. Self-awareness is the foundation for change. When we understand our own thoughts, emotions, and behaviors, we gain the ability to make more conscious decisions. We stop reacting to life, and instead we respond with intention. Reflection allows us to develop this self-awareness by forcing us to slow down, to step outside of ourselves, and to evaluate the choices we are making. It teaches us to be honest with ourselves, to recognize patterns in our behavior, and to understand how our actions affect the world around us. In the quiet of reflection, we also find the space to heal. Life's challenges can leave scars, and if we do not take the time to process our experiences, those wounds can fester and prevent us from moving forward. Reflection is an opportunity for healing, for acknowledging the pain and working through it. It is not a passive activity. It requires active engagement with our emotions, our fears, and our past. When we reflect, we give ourselves permission to grieve, to forgive, and to let go of the things that no longer serve us. This process is necessary for growth, for only when we heal can we move forward with strength and clarity. Ultimately, reflection is a practice that allows us to grow beyond our circumstances. It is not about looking back with regret or shame, but about using the wisdom gained from our past to build a better future. Reflection empowers us to understand who we are, where we have been, and where we are going. It gives us the clarity to make better decisions, the wisdom to recognize our purpose, and the courage to pursue it. When we make reflection a regular part of our lives, we create space for transformation, transforming our mindset, our behaviors, and ultimately our destiny. Growth, often perceived as a gradual process, is not always linear. It is not something that can be measured by a set timeline or a predictable path. True growth, the kind that transforms a person from the inside out, comes from within and is often born from adversity. Challenges, setbacks, and trials are not interruptions to our journey. They are essential elements that push us beyond our limits, expanding our capabilities and deepening our understanding of who we are. The very nature of growth requires us to step outside of our comfort zones. It demands that we face the unknown, the uncomfortable, and the difficult. It is easy to grow complacent in familiar surroundings where everything feels secure and predictable. But growth thrives in discomfort, in moments when we are forced to adapt, learn, and evolve. It is in these moments that we discover just how much we are capable of and how much more we can achieve. As we grow, we also begin to shed layers of who we thought we were, beliefs, fears, and limitations that no longer serve us. Growth involves a shedding process where we let go of old habits, mindsets, and the stories we tell ourselves about who we can or cannot be. These stories are often shaped by the world around us, by what we've been told, by societal standards, or by past experiences. However, true growth is the process of stepping away from those limiting beliefs and embracing the truth of who we are at our core. It is about recognizing that we are not defined by our past, by our mistakes, or by the failures that we have experienced. Growth also calls for self-awareness and a willingness to look deeply within. To truly grow, we must first recognize where we are and where we need to change. This requires an honest assessment of our strengths and weaknesses, our motivations and fears. Self-awareness is the foundation upon which personal growth is built. It forces us to confront the parts of ourselves that we may have ignored, denied, or tried to hide. But it is only through this honest reflection that we can identify the areas that require attention and begin the process of transformation. Another crucial aspect of growth is patience. It is easy to get frustrated when progress does not happen as quickly as we hope. In a world that thrives on instant gratification, growth often feels like a slow, painful process. But it is important to remember that growth is not a race, it is a journey. The lessons learned along the way, the small steps we take, and the endurance we build in the face of challenges are what truly shape us. Just as a tree grows slowly over time, its roots digging deeper into the earth, we too must allow ourselves the time to grow and mature. True growth also requires resilience, the ability to bounce back from adversity, to learn from mistakes, and to keep moving forward even when the road gets tough. It is in these moments of hardship that our character is truly forged. Every setback, every failure is an opportunity to rise stronger, wiser, and more determined. Resilience is the force that keeps us going when the world tells us to quit, and it is what separates those who merely survive from those who thrive. Finally, growth is not just about becoming a better version of ourselves, it is also about expanding our capacity to serve others. As we grow, we begin to see beyond ourselves, recognizing that our lives are not meant to be lived in isolation. True growth expands our ability to contribute to the world around us. The more we grow, the more we are able to offer to others, whether it be through wisdom, compassion, or support. Growth is not an individual pursuit, but a communal one, for as we rise, we bring others with us. In the end, growth is a lifelong process. It is not something that can be rushed or forced, but rather something that unfolds naturally as we continue to face challenges, embrace change, and step into new opportunities. It is not always easy, and it is not always comfortable, but it is always necessary. When we allow ourselves to grow, we tap into a power that is far greater than ourselves, an enduring strength that propels us toward our highest potential. Growth is the key to unlocking the fullest expression of who we are and who we are destined to become. The path to becoming unstoppable begins with the understanding that you are the author of your own journey. Life will always present obstacles, some small, some monumental, but what truly matters is how you respond to them. The ability to become unstoppable lies not in avoiding challenges, but in developing the resilience, mindset, and determination to face them head on with unwavering confidence in your purpose. The world will test you, and those tests are not meant to break you. They are meant to strengthen you, to push you to tap into your deeper potential. Being unstoppable is a state of mind, a commitment to refuse to let anything stand in the way of your dreams and goals. This mindset begins with clarity about your vision. When you have a clear sense of your purpose and the direction you are headed, no distraction or obstacle can deter you. Purpose is the driving force that fuels persistence. It acts as the compass that guides you when the road becomes difficult and when the world seems to be conspiring against you. Without purpose, it is easy to get lost in the noise, to be swayed by the opinions of others, or to become disheartened by temporary setbacks. But when your purpose is clear, it acts as an anchor, grounding you and giving you the strength to move forward no matter the resistance you face. An unstoppable person does not wait for the perfect conditions. They understand that waiting for the right moment can be a trap. Life rarely aligns itself according to our plans or desires. If you wait for everything to be perfect, you may never begin. Being unstoppable means taking action in spite of the uncertainty, the imperfections, and the obstacles that may appear. It means having the courage to step out and make the most of every opportunity, knowing that success is not a result of perfect circumstances, but of persistent effort and belief in yourself. In order to be unstoppable, you must also embrace the inevitable setbacks and failures that will come your way. They are not signs that you are on the wrong path. They are merely opportunities for growth. Every failure, every mistake is a lesson in resilience. It is in these moments that your character is tested and shaped. You learn how to rise after you fall, how to keep going when it seems easier to give up. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't is often not their talent, resources, or circumstances, but their ability to persevere through difficulty. Being unstoppable requires the ability to get back up no matter how many times you fall. It is the belief that each setback is not the end, but a step on the path to success. Unstoppable people also understand the power of self-discipline. It is easy to be enthusiastic about something at the beginning, but the true test comes in maintaining that enthusiasm over time. The ability to stay committed to your goals, even when the excitement fades, is what separates those who make progress from those who falter. Self-discipline is the consistency to keep showing up, to keep putting in the work, even when the results are not immediately visible. It is the determination to stay focused on your vision, regardless of the distractions and temptations that may arise along the way. Unstoppable people do not rely on motivation alone. They cultivate the discipline to follow through. Moreover, being unstoppable means embracing discomfort and uncertainty. The road to success is rarely smooth, and the path to greatness is often filled with challenges that push you far beyond your comfort zone. But true growth comes from stretching beyond what you already know, from expanding your horizons and breaking through the limits you've set for yourself. The more comfortable you get with discomfort, the more you are able to push past the obstacles that come your way. An unstoppable person understands that discomfort is a sign of progress, that the greatest rewards are often found just beyond the point where most people would quit. Lastly, being unstoppable requires a deep well of inner strength and faith. This inner strength comes from knowing who you are and what you stand for and believing in your own ability to overcome anything. It is the confidence that no matter how difficult the journey may be, you have within you the capacity to rise above it. This faith in yourself is the fuel that keeps you moving when external support may be lacking, when others doubt you, or when the world seems to be against you. Unstoppable people don't need external validation to keep moving forward because they have an unshakable belief in their own worth and their own abilities. Becoming unstoppable is a choice, a decision to refuse to be limited by fear, doubt, or circumstance. It is a commitment to move forward with courage, resilience, and unwavering faith in your purpose. It requires the ability to embrace challenges as opportunities, to persevere through adversity, and to keep pushing forward when the road seems long and uncertain. The power to be unstoppable lies within you, waiting to be activated. And when you choose to tap into that power, there is no force in the world that can hold you back. The journey to unlocking your true potential is often not a straight line. It is an evolving process that requires patience, self-reflection, and deep commitment. To truly maximize your potential, you must first understand that it is not something that happens by accident, nor is it something that can be reached simply by wishing for it. It requires intentional effort, dedication, and the willingness to consistently show up day after day, even when the path seems unclear or the reward seems far away. Unlocking your potential starts with a deep understanding of who you are at your core. Many people go through life unaware of the unique talents, gifts, and abilities that lie within them. They often live according to external expectations, following the paths that others have paved for them or attempting to fit into molds that society deems appropriate. However, true greatness is not achieved by living someone else's vision. It is achieved by embracing your individuality and understanding that you have something special to offer the world. You must come to the realization that your potential is not something you inherit from others. It is something that is uniquely yours, waiting to be discovered and nurtured. This self-awareness is the foundation for unlocking your potential. It is in understanding yourself, your strengths, weaknesses, values, and passions that you begin to see the path forward. Many people spend their lives disconnected from their own desires, trying to meet the expectations placed upon them by society, family, or peers. But when you begin to truly listen to your inner voice, when you start to align your actions with your deepest values, you begin to tap into a source of energy and purpose that fuels growth. Self-awareness helps you recognize the areas in your life where you need to change and grow, and it reveals the opportunities that are right in front of you. The next key to unlocking your potential is the willingness to stretch beyond your current limitations. Growth is not achieved by staying within your comfort zone. True potential is realized only when you push beyond the boundaries of what you know and what you are comfortable with. This requires courage, the courage to step into the unknown, to take risks, and to embrace new challenges. Growth happens when you face uncertainty with confidence, knowing that each step forward, no matter how difficult, is an opportunity to expand your capacity and discover more of who you are. As you push beyond your limits, you will undoubtedly face resistance. Every growth process is met with challenges, and overcoming those challenges is part of the process. The greatest achievements often come after the most difficult obstacles. Resistance, in this sense, is not something to avoid or fear, it is something to welcome. The resistance you face is an indication that you are on the right path. It is a sign that you are growing and evolving. It is in moments of resistance that your true strength is revealed. The process of overcoming challenges builds resilience and shapes your character, allowing you to handle even greater obstacles with ease and grace in the future. The journey to unlocking your potential also requires a commitment to continuous learning. Potential is not a static quality, it is something that must be nurtured and developed over time. One of the most significant barriers to unlocking your potential is the belief that you have nothing left to learn or that you have already reached your peak. However, growth is a lifelong endeavor. The most successful and impactful individuals are those who remain open to learning, who continually seek to improve themselves and expand their knowledge and skills. Whether through formal education, personal experiences, or the insights gained from others, continuous learning is a vital aspect of unlocking your potential. The more you learn, the more tools you acquire to navigate the challenges of life, and the more effectively you can realize your purpose. Moreover, unlocking your potential is deeply tied to the relationships you cultivate. No one achieves greatness alone. The people you surround yourself with will either elevate you or hold you back. It is important to surround yourself with those who challenge you, who encourage you to strive for excellence, and who believe in your potential even when you doubt it yourself. These relationships provide the support, guidance, and inspiration needed to keep pushing forward. They remind you of your own value, especially during the times when you question it. Having a network of individuals who lift you up, who challenge you to be your best, is an essential part of realizing your true potential. Furthermore, unlocking your potential requires you to take action. It's not enough to simply acknowledge your potential or dream about what you could achieve. The gap between where you are and where you want to be is bridged by consistent, deliberate action. It's about setting clear goals and working toward them every single day, regardless of the challenges that arise. It's the small, consistent actions that compound over time, leading to significant results. Dreaming is important, but acting on those dreams is what makes them a reality. Unleashing your potential means transforming your thoughts, ideas, and dreams into tangible actions that move you closer to the life you envision. Lastly, unlocking your potential requires perseverance. The journey will not always be easy, and the road may be long, but the key to success is consistency in the face of adversity. It's easy to start something new with excitement and energy, but it's the ones who keep going when the excitement wanes, when the obstacles seem insurmountable, who achieve greatness. Perseverance means continuing even when the outcome is uncertain, even when the results aren't immediately apparent. It means believing in the process, trusting that every step forward, no matter how small, is bringing you closer to your ultimate purpose. In the end, unlocking your true potential is about aligning yourself with your highest purpose and continuously striving to become the best version of yourself. It requires understanding who you are, pushing through resistance, learning continuously, surrounding yourself with the right people, taking action, and never giving up. It is a lifelong journey, but one that is worth every effort, as it leads to the fulfillment of your purpose and the discovery of a greatness within you that you may never have imagined. To step into the fullness of your potential, to truly manifest greatness in your life, you must first come to terms with one powerful truth: you are a product of your decisions, not your circumstances. Life will never be entirely within your control. You will encounter forces beyond your will, situations that challenge, shape, and even break you. But amidst these forces, one thing remains unshakable: your ability to choose how you respond. The power of choice is the most fundamental element of human freedom. It is the cornerstone of transformation and the key to unlocking your true potential. What often holds people back from realizing their greatness is not external limitations, but the internal ones they have placed on themselves through their decisions. Many live their lives allowing others to dictate the terms of their existence. They are shaped by the opinions of others, by past failures, by the fear of what could go wrong. They allow their decisions to be driven by fear, regret, or the desire to please others. In truth, these decisions are not theirs. They are reactions to external pressures and uncertainties. But the power to change everything lies in your ability to make conscious, deliberate choices that align with your purpose, your values, and your vision for your life. The first step in embracing the power of your decisions is understanding that every moment presents a choice, whether you are aware of it or not. Life is constantly offering you opportunities, and every choice you make either brings you closer to your destiny or further away from it. The smallest decisions, the words you speak, the people you interact with, the thoughts you entertain shape your future in profound ways. This awareness is liberating because it means that regardless of the circumstances, you always have the power to steer your life in the direction you desire. However, this requires you to take responsibility. Responsibility is not just about owning your successes, it is also about owning your failures, your mistakes, and your moments of weakness. The power of your decisions lies in the freedom to learn from these moments and grow from them. When you take responsibility for your life, you are no longer a victim of circumstances. Instead, you become an active participant in the creation of your future. You begin to see challenges as opportunities for growth, failures as lessons in resilience, and setbacks as steps toward a greater purpose. Taking responsibility also means letting go of excuses. Excuses are the mental barriers we build to avoid taking action, to justify inaction, or to shift blame for things that don't go as planned. These excuses are often rooted in fear, the fear of failure, the fear of judgment, the fear of being inadequate. But as long as you allow fear to dictate your decisions, you remain trapped in a cycle of stagnation. The moment you decide to stop making excuses is the moment you take control of your life. No longer will you allow circumstances to determine your path. Instead, you will make decisions with clarity and confidence, even in the face of uncertainty. Making powerful decisions also requires you to embrace the discomfort that often accompanies change. Growth, by its very nature, demands that you step outside of your comfort zone. Many people avoid making bold decisions because they fear the unknown. But comfort is a barrier to progress. If you want to experience true transformation in your life, you must be willing to make decisions that feel uncomfortable. You must be willing to say no to the familiar in order to say yes to the extraordinary. The power of decision lies in your willingness to push through the discomfort and trust that on the other side lies the fulfillment of your highest potential. Equally important is the ability to make decisions with vision. Many people make choices based on immediate gratification or short-term comfort. But these decisions do not lead to lasting fulfillment. They may provide temporary relief, but they do not contribute to the long-term growth and transformation required to reach your full potential. To make decisions that align with your true purpose, you must be able to look beyond the present moment. You must ask yourself, what is the long-term impact of this choice? When you make decisions with a vision, you align your actions with your ultimate goals, and this alignment is what propels you forward with momentum. Another key aspect of making powerful decisions is learning to trust your intuition. Your intuition is not a random thought or fleeting feeling. It is the quiet, inner wisdom that arises when you are aligned with your true self. This inner guidance has the power to point you in the right direction, even when logic or external advice may suggest otherwise. Learning to trust your intuition is a skill that develops over time. It requires you to quiet the noise around you, to listen to the still small voice within, and to make decisions based on that inner knowing. When you trust your intuition, you tap into a source of wisdom that transcends the limitations of external influences. Finally, making powerful decisions means understanding that your choices have the potential to create ripple effects. The decisions you make not only affect your own life, but also impact the lives of those around you. Every action you take sends out vibrations into the world, influencing the people and circumstances you encounter. When you make decisions with integrity, with purpose, and with courage, you set an example for others to follow. You become a beacon of light, inspiring those around you to rise to their own potential. Your decisions are not just about you, they are about the legacy you leave and the impact you have on the world. The power of decision is the power to transform your life. It is the ability to choose in every moment who you will become, what you will stand for, and where you will go. The greatest gift you have is your ability to choose your thoughts, your actions, and your attitude. And in those choices, you create the life you desire. The path to greatness lies in your willingness to make powerful, deliberate decisions that align with your purpose and your vision. Your future is not determined by the circumstances you face, but by the decisions you make in response to them. Your power to choose is the key to unlocking your fullest potential and living a life of extraordinary significance.